Good evening. I'm Kayla Garrison and I would like to speak with you today about differentiated instruction. I'd like to start out by asking you to think back to when you were in school and you were having trouble understanding a concept, maybe a math problem. When you were having trouble with this, your teacher more than likely explained it to you in a different way than the first way she explained it to you. Or she may have kept repeating her first explanation until you got it. Whether you realize it or not, your teacher was using differentiated instruction. And today I want to speak with you on that and the various ways teachers can use this philosophy in the classroom and how this can benefit students. Let me begin by explaining what differentiated instruction is. According to the directors of the REACH program designed for differentiated instruction, the traditional teaching method teaches to the middle level of students only. However, differentiated instruction involves teachers taking diverse student factors into account when planning and delivering instruction. Teachers create multiple paths to learning so that children of different abilities, learning styles, and interests experience equally appropriate ways to use, develop, and present concepts of the learning process. Now that I've explained what it is, I'd like to explain to you why it is used in classrooms. One of the main reasons is because no two students enter the classroom with identical abilities, experiences, and needs. But they are all expected to meet the same standards regardless of their differences. According to Shaw, the standard is not negotiable, but the road to it is. It is also used to make sure that every student is progressing and that students with different racial, ethnic, and cultural backgrounds are given the same opportunities, but they're given diverse opportunities so that one culture or ethnic group is not singled out and while others are given, full attention. Also, you never know what kind of baggage students are having at home. You never know what they've been exposed to, why they're having a bad day. You have to get to know them. Now that I've explained why it's used in classrooms, I would like to explain to you some of the do's and don'ts of differentiated instructions. Differentiated instruction does provide several learning options to help students make sense of concepts. It provides appropriate levels of challenge for all students. According to an article written by Levy, teachers assess students frequently because if you don't know where you are, then how do you know where you're going? You don't. So you have to assess them and learn the children in your class. Some of the don'ts include that you do not develop a separate lesson plan for each student in the class. You do not spoon feed students or dumb down the curriculum for some students. Now I'd like to speak with you on some examples of differentiated instruction. Teachers use both visual and auditory examples in the classroom. I'm just going to use an example of a math problem that might be used in an elementary classroom. If given the problem, -2 plus 3. Some students may catch on very quickly to just simply learning and memorizing the rule that you take the larger number, which is 3, and subtract the smaller number, which is 2. When this is only the case when you have one positive and one negative. And then that would give you 1. And then you take the sign of the larger number, so that's a positive number, so it would just say 1. And some students can grasp that very quickly, however others may not, and they may be more comfortable with a visual demonstration of drawing out 2 negatives for -2 and 3 positives, and I'm using different colors to make this easier. And then you'd cancel out the pairs of 1 negative and 1 positive because that just makes a 0, and you're left with only 1 positive. Or they may be more comfortable with drawing a number line to actually see how it moves. This is another visual example. And you would simply tell the student that they would need to start on a -2. You're going to start here. And since it's a positive number, you move to the right 1, 2, 3 spaces, and you're stuck on 1. In all of these examples, you got the same number, but you went about it a different way. And that may be what it takes for students, and that's why it's used in the classroom. And that's how teachers use it in the classroom. They'll take the same problem, show it 3 different ways, and whichever way works best for the student is how that student can do it. They may also group students and put them in groups and let them work together and work based on their learning styles, interests, and their ability level. And Lawrence Brown said that hands-on activity was very important in the differentiated classroom for the visual learners. I hope that my speech will help you understand that no one learns the same way, thus causing differentiated instruction to be used in majority of the classrooms today. I want to leave you with an inspirational quote from Carol Ann Tomlinson. She said, "What we call differentiated instruction is not a recipe for teaching. It is not an instructional strategy. It is not what a teacher does when he or she has time. It is a way of thinking about teaching and learning. It is a philosophy." Thank you.